Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Tank be chopping, and I'm back with another haircut tutorial. Alright guys, what we're gonna be doing on this cut is a number 4 on top, 3.5 on the sides, mid taper. We lining up the beard, adding some enhancements, you know what I'm saying? Doing what we gotta do to make sure that my client leaves the shop looking his best. So I'm going in with my number 4 guard. As y'all can see, I am using my FX3s. This was one of the first cuts that I did with my FX3s. So you're gonna see me down fading on this haircut. But nonetheless, once again guys, I'm going over the top with the number 4 guard, and then I am gonna be going over the sides with a number 3.5. And the reason for that is a lot of times the sides of people's hair, the sides of their hair sticks out and is more bulkier than the top. Like it just sticks out, and I don't like the way it really looks. So I like to go with at least a half guard lower on the side. Sometimes I go a full guard, but in this case I'm going a half guard just because, for one, I was trying to fill out the clippers, and for two, I didn't want it to look too short, you know what I'm saying? So I'm doing the number 3.5 on the sides and the number 4 on top. And then what I'm gonna be doing is, when I'm actually starting my blending work, I'm gonna go in with my number 3 guard, and that's what you see here. This is my number 3 all the way closed, and I'm just debulking the sides, basically getting everything ready to blend into the top. Alright, so now that that is done, I'm going in with my number 2 guard, lever all the way open, coming right below what I did with my number 3 guard. So I closed my lever also, and I'm coming right below that, because once again guys, I am going to be doing some down fading. So I did my 3 guard, my 2 open, and then my 2 closed, some small detail work. And now I'm moving on to my 1.5 guard open, still doing some down fading. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna attack this area, coming right below what I previously did, and then I'm gonna close my lever and come right below that. And down fading can be a little more difficult at times, but when you're kind of used to it, it's not as hard as it may seem or it may look. Now I'm going in with my 1 guard, lever open, coming right below what I previously did with that 1.5 guard, and then I'm gonna close my 1 guard also. That makes it a true 1. And as y'all can see, the blend is coming together. Obviously, it's not 100% there yet, but y'all can see what I'm working with. Y'all can see the foundation of what's going on. So now I'm gonna go ahead and take my trimmer, set in my initial bald guideline, and as y'all can see, I did leave like a semicircle triangle type shape. And now I'm gonna go ahead and line him up behind the ear and over the ear, just because I already have the trimmer in my hand. It just helps me be a little bit more efficient and a little quicker. Now I'm following that up with the shaver, getting it nice and bald.
Damn it, Tito, another one?
And now I'm gonna actually start blending up. So this is my clipper, lever all the way open, and I'm setting in another section, following that same shape, and then I'm gonna go ahead and blend this section out. So I'm closing my lever little by little. In this case, I first started off by closing my lever halfway, and then I'm gonna close it 1 notch until that bottom line comes completely blended out. And sometimes that bottom line doesn't come completely blended out, but in this case it did. So now I'm going in with my 1 guard lever open. Oh, I'm sorry, this is my half guard open, and I'm blending into what I already did with my 1 guard. And as you can see, I am adjusting my lever as needed. So I went in with my lever open, and I'm just gonna adjust it closed little by little, trying to get rid of this line that I see right here. Now I'm gonna go ahead and revert back to just my clipper lever open, just to try to get some of these discrepancies out of the way. I didn't want to spend too much time detailing later, so I'm doing it now. And here is my 1 guard. And as y'all can see, this blend is already coming together. Obviously, there's still some stuff that I have to work with, but it's coming together. So I went in with my 1, saw some more discrepancies, so I decided to go back in with my half guard. And once again, guys, this is one of the first times me using the FX3s in a long time. So, you know what I'm saying, I had to fill out the clipper. It's kind of a learning curve, so I really wasn't sure what I needed to do, but I'm getting my groove as I got into my groove later on into this cut. So now this is I believe this is my 2 guard, maybe my 1.5 guard. I don't want to lie to y'all, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm just adjusting that lever as needed, blending into the top. So yeah, that was my 2 guard. Now I'm going back in with my 1.5. And we're just getting rid of these discrepancies, trying to get this blend to come together. Adjusting that lever as needed. I'm trying to treat these clippers the same way I would treat any other clippers, trying to just use my lever and adjust it as needed to get that blend to come together. Now we're doing some more detailed work with my 1 guard. And remember guys, when you're starting off with a new system, a new guard system, new clipper, sometimes you're gonna have to go back and detail more than normal, and that's just what it is, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't really fluent with these clippers yet, so I was just basically testing the waters out. So I wanted to make sure that I was taking my time and being consistent. And as y'all can see there, I was going in with my half guard, and now I reverted back to just my clipper open, trying to get this blend to come together. And as y'all can see, the blend is coming together. It's not 100% there yet, but it's looking good. Well, you know what? It actually looks really, really good. But nonetheless, I'm gonna go ahead and start off lining up my client. As y'all saw me do there, I started off in the middle of my client's head, and now I'm just working my way over to that vertical bar. And as y'all can see, that the haircut is coming together. Like, it's looking good. Once again, guys, for this being my first time using the FX3s, or one of the first times me using the FX3s in a good minute, I think this blend came out good. And that's why I like to do some down fading first, because it's easier for me, you know what I'm saying? So I do a little bit of down fading, and then I went in and I started just adjusting my lever and using guards that I felt were necessary to get that blend to come together. But nonetheless, as y'all saw me do, I did just fade in my client's beard, basically like a reverse taper. And now I'm gonna go ahead and start lining him up. As y'all can see, we do have a line already there. So we're basically trying to follow the shape that he has, just make sure that it's nice and cleaned up. So you want to make sure to be very, very careful, especially using these trimmers. These trimmers are a little more sharper than your normal trimmer. These things are hitters, you know what I'm saying? So you need to have a light hand when using these trimmers, and I try to make sure that I do that, especially when I'm using these trimmers. I don't want to scar my clients up. Don't want to, I don't want to leave no red marks on them, which I have done previously with these trimmers. But once you figure out that they're not for the heavy-handed, you learn to be a little more lighter with them. Alright guys, so now that part of the blend is done, I finished the whole left side, and then I moved on to the right side. And as y'all saw, that blend it came out pretty good. I was really impressed with the way these clippers worked for me, especially since it had been a good minute since I used the FX3s, the red versions. And I'm just doing the same thing on the right side, doing some down fading. Started with my three closed, blended into the 3.5, then my 2 open, then 2 closed, 1.5 open and close, 1 guard open and then close, and then I'm gonna go ahead and bald out my client and start to fade up. And if you're looking for a new system, if the blending up system doesn't work for you, try down fading. Once again, man, it's not the easiest thing to do, and it does take a while to get used to, but if you can get it pretty decent the first time you're using it, you can master it pretty quickly, and it can make your haircuts faster, and it will help you be more efficient. But as y'all can see there, I did go in with my clipper open, setting my guideline, blend that out. This is my 1/16 guard or my half guard, I believe. It's hard to tell with these clippers, man. Next time so that was my 1 guard. This is my half guard. But next time I do a tutorial with these clippers, I'm gonna have to do like a live voiceover, because it's kind of hard for me to tell what guard I'm using, and I'm trying to do the best that I can do to explain to y'all what I'm doing. That way y'all can actually see what's going on. But that side of the blend is done. As you can see now, I'm moving on to the front lineup, basically trying to match up both of my clients' edge up, both sides of the edge up, trying to make them look, you know what I'm saying, just exactly the same. Some clients do have different hairlines, the way the hairline grows on each side of the head. So sometimes you have to be a little cosmetic with it, push one line back a little more. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I know a lot of people like to say, oh, you don't want to push nobody back. But to give somebody a nice sharp line, a nice straight sharp line, sometimes you're gonna have to push one side back a little more than the other, and that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm being 100% honest with y'all, 100% transparent. Sometimes you're gonna have to push your clients back. And I know some people on Instagram, YouTube, these barbers will probably come at me in the comments for that, but it is what it is, man. I'm being honest with y'all. You're gonna have to do what you gotta do to make that line look good. But we lined up my client's beard on that side, and now we're moving on to the back, and I'm following the same steps. I'm gonna keep down fading, so I blended in with my 3, then my 2 open, 2 closed, 1.5 open, then closed, 1 guard open, then closed, then I'm gonna blend up. And that's basically my steps for blending backwards. I start with the biggest guard, work my way all the way down to a 1, setting my guideline with my trimmer, and then essentially you're really just blending into a number 1 guard. Even though I do have to go back sometimes and switch guards and do some lever play and do some detail work, it's because I took the blend a little higher than what I previously did with one of my guards. But sometimes you need to do that because the blend isn't exactly where you want it to be when you're down fading. At least for me, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes that blend isn't there the way I want it to be, or it doesn't look the way I want it to look. So sometimes I have to push that blend up, and that's totally fine, guys. As long as you get a good finished product, that's all that matters. But I do want to talk about these clippers real quick, man. Super strong clippers, strong motor, debulks really well, cuts really good. Once again, these clippers are a little different, you know, not your traditional style clippers, but they do give you a good product if you use them properly. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to try something different, you can try these out. These are some good clippers. I really enjoy using them, and I switch through my clippers so frequently due to me getting new clippers in all the time. So it's hard for me to tell y'all what clipper is my favorite clipper. I just like using whatever's new at the time. But once again, if you are interested in purchasing these, you can go to BaBylissPro.com, use my discount code TANK10, save yourself a little bit of money, you know what I'm saying? But now we're moving on to adding some enhancements. I am using my Sean Cuts Hair enhancement card. You can purchase this on his website, SeanCutsHair.com. Use my discount code TankBeChopping. Save yourself a little bit of money. And I am using the Kiss Temptation. And the reason why I'm using this is my airbrush guns be breaking. So I've been using this. It is a little aggressive when you spray it, but once you figure out how to press it and how far you need to hold the can, it works good. You know what I'm saying? I've been liking using these. But now I'm gonna go ahead and put some hairspray on my client's hair. I'm gonna go ahead and put some hair fibers in. This is the Tomb 45 hair fibers. And if you wanna purchase anything off of Tomb45.com, you can go to Tomb45.com. Use my discount code TANK. I believe it's TANK on Tomb 45. It's either TANK or TANK10. Try them both if they ain't working. But now I'm gonna go ahead and move on to my razor work. Trying to clean all these lines up, trying to make sure that this lineup just looks nice and sharp, get all these stray hairs down to skin. That way these lines just pop and just, you know what I'm saying, just look super icy. And remember, guys, when you are using the blade, you want to make sure to stretch that skin. I can't stress that enough, you know what I'm saying? Make sure that you stretch that skin, that way you lessen the chance of nicking your client. But y'all check that blend out, man. Y'all check that beard out. Y'all check out that blade work, man. Your boy's putting in work over here. You know what I'm saying? That's a really good cut, man. I actually impressed myself with this haircut. All right, so now y'all gonna see me line up his mustache with my what is it called? Oh, my razor. I'm gonna do a little bit of razor work on the mustache, but honestly, guys, I like to go over the mustache with a shaver, and y'all gonna see me do that here in a minute. Even under the neck area, I like to go over that with a shaver, just because it's easier and it really lessens the chance of you nicking your client. I know some people are really good with the razor under the neck, but my shaver gets it down pretty good. But as you can see here, I'm just going over the top of my client's hairline, that front portion, getting that nice and sharp. And once that is done, as y'all can see, I'm taking my FX3 shaver, getting all that hair off under the neck, getting the hair above the mustache, any stray hairs that I happen to miss with the razor, I'm gonna go ahead and do that with my shaver. But y'all check it out, man. This is how my boy came into the shop looking. This is the before look. And this is the finished product. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this haircut in the comment section. If y'all like this video, please make sure to smash that like button. Also, if new to my channel, make sure and subscribe one time for your boy. Remember, guys, if you're in the Houston, Texas area and you want a haircut from your boy, you can go to my website, TankBeChopping.com. You can book there. If you want it to be for YouTube, make sure to put that in the little comment section. That way I know you want it for YouTube. And if not, I'm probably gonna record it for Instagram anyways. But I appreciate y'all for rocking with me, man. Let me know what y'all think about these clippers. Remember, if you want to purchase these clippers, you can go to BaBylissPro.com. Use my discount code TANK10. And yeah, man, that's basically it for this video. I appreciate y'all for watching. Until next time, let's go.